Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. The saints are marching in. I'm singing this song, yeah. Not because that I am racist, believe it or not. That was a union song, all right? So let's just cut this crap. With that said, I wouldn't condemn this ESPN. Yes, I said that word very strongly, condemn. ESPN, John Skipper. I saw a bunch of memo that was passing internally by persuading Robert Lee, who happened to be, I guess without contention, the broadcaster or the color analyst. Oh, no, you can't even say the word color, so shut up. What is this world becoming to? Anyway, so Robert Lee, he was a commentator for the UVA game on ESPN. I suppose, I don't know, maybe in the past there was never an issue. But all of a sudden, because of Charlottesville and the removal of the general of the Confederate statue of Robert E. Lee, I don't know what E stands for, it's like, I cannot describe, this is amazing. They shown a picture of this Robert Lee, who is Chinese, definitely a Chinese name, a Chinese descent, without argument. So now, I mean, I'm Chinese, so should we seek reparation? Yes, we want reparation, discrimination on the part of John Skipper that forced him to forsake the UVA game and I don't know, he moved on to somewhere else at Alabama, but he said, well, under the coercion, he said, well, the staff that came and talked to me, or the producer, and said because of the sensitivity due to the Charlottesville event, and your name is coincidentally with this General Robert E. Lee. So the left is just going berserk. This ESPN thing, it's even without any cause. Without a cause, they move this guy. So that's shame on you. I think that John Skipper, you ought to step down because you discriminate against us Chinese. See, we can do that too. Remember the Chinese would force the labor doing the railroad, what do you call the explosives? And when they were sending the people that are trying to build the railroad, they actually, they got us cheap. So it is equivalent to slavery. I mean, when you try to pay people nothing and just say, well, we'll give you some food and water and shelter, it's equivalent to slavery. So they enslaved Chinese as well. Should not we get reparation? Hello? I'm just saying, how ridiculous can you get? Why don't you see the Chinese rise up and, oh yeah, yellow lives matter or whatever? I mean, have a little bit of dignity, have a little respect for yourself. I mean, there are other people that I personally have issue and problem with, mainly the Japanese folks. I don't hate them, but it's a subtlety. In fact, like I said, I have to drive a Japanese car because they don't break down. So what can I do? But then they killed my generations. They brutalized them. Generations, grandpa generals and the brigade generals in China during the war, during the World War II. So I'm telling you that everybody got an axe to grind. And I read something, I think Benjamin Watson, now he's the only football players that have not succumbed to this left wing, or I don't think he's the only one, I'm just saying he's the one that spoke up. The reason why I noticed Ben Watson, because he was with the New England Patriots, and the reason why I'm scratching because I was out in the yard and there may be some grasshoppers. So what's the bottom line? The bottom line that I'm just trying to say that, hey, anybody can be outraged. I'm outraged as a Chinese. How dare you, ESPN, to divert Robert E. Lee, or his name is not Robert E. Lee, Lee 什么东西的 and send him off to another game just because they said they were afraid to cause some kind of backlash in social media or Twitter or whatever. I'm tweeting this right now, that John Skipper, you're a racist. You ought to step down. It's shame on you to remove a Chinese guy. Robert Lee has nothing to do with the statue, and even if he did have anything to do, that it is not your job and to remove him from doing the games of the UVA games. So obviously politics played into it, and you know, sports fans do not like it. If I have to boycott the NFL, then I will. I will not subscribe to the ticket. I won't even watch the games. I am pretty pissed off because they can, you know, Tom Brady was even scared to go to the White House. I don't know if he was scared. He just had some kind of reason that he did not want to go to the White House. So I'm calling you out, Tom Brady, that grow a fucking spine. Go to the White House when you're invited by Donald Trump. And all of a sudden, everybody wants to distance themselves on Donald Trump because they're afraid to be called racist. Grow a freaking spine, all right? The evil left, they're always going to be skewing against you no matter what. Your job is to play football. And so the same with Kaepernick. He's a coward. He should be playing, maybe he should go play for a team in Kenya somewhere if he hates America so much. And that's that much for me as far as football. I'm going to tell the DirecTV, no thank you, do not send me the NFL Sunday ticket. That's okay, I'm disgusted.